It's safe to say that the India career of Varun Chakravarthy remains one of those mysteries, about as mysterious as, in fact, his spin bowling can be sometimes. He was called up on the back of half a good IPL in 2021, played some World Cup games, then played some India games, didn't do very well at all, and was then dropped. Then, to make things worse, in 2022, even in the IPL, his form absolutely nosedived, but he's rebounded really well in the 2023 edition of the IPL, and that has gotten some murmurs talking about the fact that, well, maybe, just maybe, you might be considering looking at him, considering the fact that some of your spinners, your top spinners, haven't exactly been in the best of form through this edition of the IPL. And one person who definitely believes that he needs to be given another look in is this man Harbhajan Singh, who of course has played alongside Varun Chakravarthy when he was a part of the Kolkata Knight Riders franchise for one season. And Harbhajan actually, his reasoning for why it is he believes that Chakravarthy should be called back up, pretty interesting, because it does feature some rather interesting insight from their time together at KKR as well. So without further ado, let's check in as to what exactly it is that Harbhajan feels about Chakravarthy potentially getting a call up for the Indian team again. The first thing he said is that when I played with him for KKR, that was in 2021, he had a lot of pain in his knee. He was playing while taking injections and applying ice packs, but he still bowled well. His knee was finished when he was selected for the Indian team. Now, this part here really is key. His knee was finished because when he was playing the IPL in 2021, he was in fact taking painkiller injections and putting ice packs on just so he could get through the season. And by the time he reached, being able to play for India, his knee was done. The injury was definitely hampering him, and that, coupled with the pressures of international cricket, didn't help him at all. So, what's changed since then? Well, this is also where Harbhajan has an interesting take, where he says that there was a lot of pressure on his knee. Now, the knee is fine, he's reduced weight, and he's fielding and bowling much better. This guy has joined the line to come back into the Indian team. Now, this part is also key because, again, if you look at how Varun has appeared in recent times, he's looked a lot leaner than he was in the years prior to this. He definitely looks fitter, and he's taken a couple of good catches in the field as well. Now, that's not to say that he's suddenly the best fielder in the world, but there has been some improvement in terms of his overall running and movement, which previously used to look very, very labored. And that's what Harbhajan has in fact pointed out here as well. And he also has pointed out why it is he feels that his form has suddenly improved in the 2023 season, because if you remember, in 2022, he was getting taken apart by pretty much every batsman who would lay his hands on him. So this year has been very, very different in that regard. But what exactly has changed? According to Harbhajan, the reason that he stopped or started playing better, he's saying that the specialty of his bowling this year is that he's bowling at a very good pace. He's not giving the batters a chance to play shots off the back foot once they have gone forward. He's bowling very well, and his confidence has increased. That part's key. Varun himself has admitted in an interview that he had done before the IPL that he's looked to go back to bowling to his more familiar style, whereas previously, last year, one of the reasons he was struggling was because he was trying to flight it more often. This time, he's looked to go back to his basics, which is, of course, bowling at quick pace and bowling a variety of leg spin, off spin, carom balls, drifters, whatever you want to call them, a variety of bowling. That is what is working for him best. He's bowling with a quick pace, and he's also being able to work on his variations, and those variations at a quicker pace are much harder to play. And that's something that, truth be told, is reflected in his overall numbers for the year as well. If you look at his stats in the IPL this year, he's played all 11 games for Kolkata. He's taken 17 wickets, and his economy is at 7.84, which is just a shade under 8, which, considering modern day standards, is actually pretty decent. So it's not like he's had a poor time of things this time around. But of course, there will be question marks over whether or not most feel he deserves that call up. I mean, there is a debate to be made either way. There's a good case to be made as to whether he should get one or whether he should not get one. But it is worth noting that at this point, the Indian team is in dire need of spinners. Kuldeep Yadav has not had a great IPL. Yuzvendra Chahal's been good in spells, but overall also probably hasn't been close to the same Yuzi Chahal that he was in, say, 2022. So there is a vacancy there potentially if the Indian team wants to really go down that direction. Whether or not they do go that direction, well, that's something that we won't really know for sure, but it's definitely a direction that they can take. What do you think about Varun Chakravarthy's chances of making an Indian team comeback? Well, you can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, leave us a comment, follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to download the AajTak app as well. Plus, if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos that we've done. For now, from my side, goodbye.